Hello and welcome to Big Red Journeys. I'm your host Big Red, and on today's journey we are back here at the Mar Fairgrounds for the Oddities and Curiosities Expo 2023. I'm excited. This is the return trip for me. I've only been one other time, which was last year, and I'm excited to be here because this is quickly becoming one of my favorite expos of all time. You just get to see things from the macabre, the dark, gothic, taxidermied animals, pickled animals, art in different forms. So it's a very unique expo, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. So if you care to follow me on this journey, let's go. So back here at the Oddities and Curiosities Expo at Del Mar. This year again is held at the O'Brien Hall. And there's quite a bit of people here today. I do know they sold quite a few more tickets than last year, and I've been hearing that it's been popping. And first glimpse, I would have to agree with that. Look at that. There is a good amount of crowds here. This is only my second year ever coming to this event, but it's one of my favorites. I mean, just one time and boom, it's already one of my favorites to attend. So I'm glad to be back here. By the way, thank you to Oddities and Curiosities for inviting me back here this year. But I'm excited. So let's just walk around, check what's there, and yeah, have a good time. So just giving a quick little overview of what to expect here at the expo. It pretty much fills up corner to corner, wall to wall here. In the back right area, that's where they're going to have the little sideshow. There's actually very talented performers are going to be there. We'll definitely check out a couple of those shows. There's artists all around. And then there's also a little bit of a kind of like a freak show, oddity show, which is kind of somewhere in the back over there. We're going to go check that out later as well too. That's going to be things like, natural wonders, mutated animals, such of that nature. And there is a taxidermy class as well going on too. I think this year is, I believe, a rabbit. So let's take a look around to see what's going on here. We're in the, wait a minute, in the front already? Look at you, Christina from Velvet Apparition. How you doing?
Doing well, how are you?
Good, good. So what is exciting? What's new here? First of all, you got the front view. Look at this. She's right in front of the entrance.
I know, we got lucky this year.
You did. So I saw right off the bat. What's with these things right here? What's with the little clips here?
These are little clip stands, and they're inspired by original glove stands. Back in the day, they had these in the department stores.
Okay.
But I took the original design and added a bat to the top because, we got to make it spooky.
Yeah, of course you do. That makes sense. I like that.
Thank you.
And of course, you're always known for your stamp sets, and you do custom ones, right?
I do custom stamps. Yeah, I'm just dwindling down. This is what I have left for the day, but I have more online, and I do the custom sets and stamps.
Perfect. Okay, well, I'm going to put your link somewhere down in here, let people follow you. But she does some great art work. She also finds a lot of old new stuff. And by old new stuff is like, you find like these old tintype photos and antique items that are old, but they're new to you. It was getting a little bit too busy over there, a little hard to record. So I decided instead of going the front way, we're going to go through the back way. So I can see that the traffic is a little less, aisle is a little bit larger. So let's see what we can find over here. These guys last year, they had some great items, but these are one of my favorites. The Tuies from the creators of Asylum Zone. But look at this. I think I need to pick me up one this year. I didn't do it last year, but look at this. This is so cool. Over here at Decayed Brocade, I saw these guys last year as well too, and I really loved how they just literally take, insects, mounted insects, but they put them in these like beautiful glass, I don't know, not orbs, but like ornaments of sorts. I mean, they got very different moths, beautiful butterflies, some sort of praying mantis of sorts. Ooh, look at this, some sort of Hercules beetle or Goliath beetle. Look at that. I also like when they get a little artistic here, like this one right here of a moth. Looks like it's on top of some sort of rodent, beaver, large rabbit, don't know. And then mixed with some sort of beetle as well. And it's a cute little display box. Well, this guy made it past Thanksgiving, but he still ended up getting stuffed. And then this one, no rest for the wings. They make some beautiful display boxes here. The different types of butterflies and moths and insects with some beautiful matting behind it. It really kind of brings out the colors and the patterns of the insects. Oh, this one's real nice. Got the space galaxy in the back, but then the iridescent wings Give it a very galaxy mystic feel to it, doesn't it? And some very interesting pieces of jewelry here. Wings from various butterflies and moths that they put into clear resin. So you get some very unique, obviously the patternization on all of them are going to be very different. The colors are subtle. And very unique pieces of jewelry to wear. I like it. So I came across this booth, very colorful, but the booth of Tyler Lamph. And they got some great artwork here. But one in particular really just caught my eye. Let me know in the comments below if you get the joke here. I'm definitely picking this one up. But Tyler, I saw, how you doing, Tyler, by the way?
Doing great.
Good, good. So I noticed you are a fan of dinosaurs, right?
Die hard.
Okay, because I was seeing some of the, like, for example, like, but I saw some other artwork that you had where it's like you got kids, you know, playing along and they're dressed like dinosaurs. Now I gave you, and I thought it might have been possibly an insult, but you took it as a compliment. I was like, it reminds me of Where the Wild Things Are. The way you draw it.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit, kind of like what about your love of dinosaurs and art? Like what makes you in this art? Like really?
Yeah. So I mean, I've been a diehard dinosaur fan my whole life. Started with Jurassic Park when I was 3 years old.
Excuse me.
And I'd always pretend to be a dinosaur myself. And there's a piece in here, this one right here. So that's pretty much me when I was a kid. And I'm pretty sure everyone else who loved dinosaurs has been this kid at one point.
I would say myself too included.
Right.
Yes.
And so that is really the, that's what it is we're all dinosaurs. We all wanted to be dinosaurs. We all pretended to be dinosaurs. And so it just slowly turned into a series where I want all these kids wearing these different dinosaur headdresses and costumes to represent all of us in different ways.
I like it. That's pretty cool. Got a lot of other cute items on here. These little ceramic-y cakes with a little bit of a goth twist to them. Make great little decorative pieces, old-timey photos, and a squirrel right there escaping what looks like a coyote skull of some sorts. And a little baby beaver, taxidermied animal. I wasn't going to stop until I saw they have the uranium glass, the old school glass that actually has a little bit of a radiation to it. Don't believe me? Look at this. They actually have a little purple light that you can see. We're going to show the glowing effect on it. There's actually a little bit of uranium radiation inside of it. Not enough to hurt you or anything, but it's just crazy. It's what gave that glass this like unique color. And this stuff actually goes for a pretty penny too. Oh, look at this. If you need a little bit of a pick-me-up while you're here at the expo, Black Forge Coffee is here giving out hot and iced coffee as well as teas. And just like most people here, their color choice of clothing, the coffee is served black. And for those who are into entomology or just love the way the insects look, they got little specimens of insects. This one is cicada with glass wings. They got some beautiful beetles. Look at this guy right here. This one's a stag beetle. Ooh. Is that a Hercules? It's a rhino beetle. Look at that. And it goes for $25. I don't think that's a bad price at all. An interesting take of a holiday ornament. An ornament that's filled with some snakeskin sheddings. That is interesting. To the stage because there is a performance about to begin and we want to get a good spot.
Come on, come on! It's a sideshow ball! Cause the circus is back in town! We arrived in full measure to capture your pleasure and turn your frowns around. It's Finnegan's Circus Sideshow! Elbows on the table? Really? Come on, manners. If you're gonna eat glass, let's do it right. Ladies and gentlemen, no more joking around. It's glass eating with Dr. Finnegan's Circus and Chip Wrestling. further ado. All right, everybody, on the count of 3, together. 1, 2, 3.
Not using your bottles if you gave them money. Okay, fine.
Skeletorium. Look at this gentleman pufferfish. Well, top of the evening to you, gentlemen. Look at this. They got their little top hats, monocles. They are so cute. And they got the little googly eyes on them too, which is kind of funny. I love it. Now this is unique. Look, actual skeletons of different little rodents, most likely rats or some sort of gophers. And then like this one in particular, they're in front of some sort of, you know, lapidated store, walking his different beetles as pets. It's crazy. I love the street scenes on them. They got the big bad wolf right there in the stained glass. And on the back side of the wall here, they got some other ones. These are like, got like a kind of like a post-apocalyptic feel to them. You could tell that they took some like die-cast toys, really steampunked them up a little bit. They got skeletons. This one, look, they actually took like a little mini boombox and made it into like some sort of like floating vehicle. So this particular booth, every expo, it's always busy. It's where you can buy dead people stuff for sale, vintage antique items. They just bring in a whole hodgepodge of different things, buttons, pins, old school memorabilia. I mean, they got things like vinyls, old toys, games, whatever the case is, from a bunch of dead people. But there is a nice lengthy line just to try to get in and check it out. Look at all this cool, amazing art piece right there, made out of different various metals, some cast resins. I mean, look what I ended up picking myself up. Look at this cool Triceratops skull ring. Could poke a couple eyes out with that too, but look how amazing it looks as well. This is pretty cool. You could put little items inside there, or store your thoughts for later, maybe. Who knows? Also gives me kind of what's that little spider baby from Toy Story vibes right here too. So not necessarily my take, but this company called Western Evil, they make some very interesting and unique fashion clothes. I mean, you can have a dress with some very famous murderers. There's even a matching shirt as well too. You can get some leggings of the same thing. Look at that. One of John Wayne Gacy as a Pogo the Clown. Which, speaking of, over here we got the other shirts. I see there was the matching men's camp shirt. Get yourself Pogo the Clown as a bath mat. That is interesting. So I saw this shirt. I am a big fan of Joseph Merrick, aka the Elephant Man. You know, one of my favorite movies of all time. And the history of the life that he had was just an amazing life, you know? To go from someone who was born with such deformities to actually become, he was a member of high society at one point. So They got these cool t-shirts. One that I would definitely wear is kind of like a poster of like his sideshow days when he was part of the sideshow. And then this one, it's a shirt with a very nice material, very similar to like the Roosevelts I wear a lot. And it's got the 360 scan of his skeleton like that at the College of London. Bees and Wings. I decided to stop on by because they have this ethically sourced sign, which is very good. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that everything here that's, you know, of actual human or animal remains had to have been ethically and sustainably sourced per the contract with the vendors and the exhibit people. So they got some beautiful displays here, some butterflies and moths on display. You get little vials of their wings. Look at this for those who are interested. They even have a DIY butterfly pinning kit that comes with its own butterfly, and they teach you, give you instruction on how to mount your own butterfly or moth that they give you. That is pretty nifty. I keep meaning to buy it, I always forget, but it's so cool. Ghosts in the Graveyard, some of the most famous of TV and movie ghosts. Ghosts of Christmas Present, one of my favorites. Nearly headless Nick. I don't know how you could be nearly headless. Jacob Marley, of course, Hatbox Ghost, and a whole lot of, you know, most famous of all of them, Slimer up there in the corner. It's pretty cool. He also has this great one of all some of the very famous villains of, again, movie and TV lore. Sanderson Sisters, Ursula, Maleficent, Elvira, the Mistress of the Dark. Now this is something that's up my alley. Look at this, tiki drinks. Very famous tiki mug. But they're some of the very famous film villains. Like you got Jason, Pennywise, the clown, oh, Freddy, got Beetlejuice right there. There's a ghost, Witch's Cauldron, Slimer coming out of the Ghostbusters. I love all these. These are so cool. Various pickled animals. We got, looks like rooster heads over here, very interesting. Looks like we got different rats in there. Some mice or gerbils or hamsters. Oh, some larger animals over here. This is a beaver. Wow. Oh yeah, look at this. You can still see some of the umbilical cord right there too. Wow, a beaver lamp. Look at this. I love the red on it. It kind of gives it like a spooky vibe too, which is pretty cool. That is nifty. But look at these nifty Disney vintage poster pins. Look at that. We got all the main favorite attractions. Tiki Room, Haunted Mansion, Indiana Jones. My favorite of all, Jungle Cruise. These are pretty nifty. Now these are nifty. Look at that. Alligator lamps. This lamp coming out of some sort of, looks like a coyote skull. This one, it's interesting. Got a little colorful lamp. It looks like almost like drip wax or plastic on top of it. Oh, this one's really nice. I like that. It's got a little vertebrae on top of a deer skull of some sort. And it looks like maybe like a bobcat or a lynx skull up top with the light. This lamp is pretty cool. It's supposed to look like Tui from Little Shop of Horror. But this, the mouth, or you know, the ball part about it, is a tortoiseshell. And you got some sort of vertebrae going down there into the actual base of the lamp. But that is, I like that one a lot. It's like a kraken coming out of the mouth. I love it. And this one taking a sea urchin, but then putting some sort of, looks like snake skeleton behind it as the tentacles, or the, you know, make it look like a jellyfish swimming away. And a little piece of coral. I love it. And look at that, there's a little bit of a longhorn cowfish, and we put a little black light on there, and all the colors. Look at how much brighter and more beautiful that got. Look at this, a specimen. I haven't seen many of these out there outside of museums. A horseshoe crab. That is pretty nifty, and it could be yours for just $55. My buddies over here at Brightside Studios, they always have some great items here. And look, they brought a lot more skulls and animal pieces here this year. Look, some fish jaws, a vervet monkey with skull crossbones, a deep sea isopod. That is unique as can be. Look at that, 4.5 inches. That is crazy. They got piranhas, ground bills, a freshwater gar skull. I mean, look at that. You don't see stuff like this quite often, so this is pretty nifty. Now that is an ornamental headpiece. The golden goddess for $1,000. You could be the talk of the party though if you're wearing it. Right next to where the taxidermy class is, we have the Oddities Museum, the cryptic collection of Mad Clown. So in here, it's a small little sideshow where they got like, you know, natural oddities, double-headed animals that were born, taxidermy animals, some rare oddities and collections. Pretty cool. $7 for tickets at the door. I believe there are $5 online. Well, we're gonna head into the carnival show now. So we'll check it out. I don't believe recording is allowed in there, so I'll probably have to put the camera away. If not, I will try to record. But I am interested because I am wanting to know what is inside. I'll tell you regardless, but I'm really interested on that man-eating chicken. Yeah, it looks like we got a macabre clowns collection. Oh, are these like the little, like the shooter water games where you shoot in the clown's mouth and then, you know, pop a balloon up top? They look like it at least. Some sort of clown mask, but it looks very accurate, very detailed. Like even the painting on the latex around it, it looks pretty good. Like looks a lot like skin. So we see lots of natural oddities here. So like this one, obviously some sort of calf. That was a Siamese calf that probably most likely died at birth or very shortly thereafter. You can see the legs of its sibling that didn't make it. Another one here of a little calf born with 2 heads. This one from 1962. This is a goat, which looks pretty large in size, so it may have lived actually several years before it actually passed away. But it had 2 conjoined heads, you can see right there. A taxidermy monkey, looks like a squirrel monkey from this angle. Can't really tell for sure. But an authentic, probably late 1880s maybe, give or take, displaying coffin. So they would actually have a piece of glass right here, so you would actually rest the body of the deceased in there so they could view him from the outside. But they wouldn't bury him that way because the glass would cave in, so they usually would take them here for displaying purposes and then transport them to their burial coffin later. Lots of pickle specimens over here. I see pigs, cats, sheep, a one-eyed cyclops version, affectionately called Fluffy. Oh, authentic skulls of humans. You can see this one looks like it was a young one that might have been born with hydrocephalus, water on the brain. You can tell by the enlarged skull. Child, maybe a full-grown adult over there. And a mermaid. That is a very good looking version of it. I like it. A very large lion. Look at this. Uh-oh. The 6-foot man-eating chicken. Beware. Enter your own risk. Signs everywhere. This is the one we've been waiting for. Drum roll, ladies and gentlemen. The 6-foot man-eating chick. Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, that was fun. That was worth it. It's cute for a few dollars, right? To do it, you know. Those were authentic pieces. The taxidermy animals were for real. The skulls were for real. The mermaid, the alien might be questionable. So this is a final version of the taxidermy class. This is the rabbit right there. So she mounts it in kind of a laying position, and they put the pins in there to stiffen up the ears and the body and get it set. Very nice, very beautiful. And with that, I think our time here at the Oddities and Curiosities Expo has come to an end. Well, that is going to do it for this journey here at the Oddities and Curiosities Expo 2023 in San Diego at the Mar Fairgrounds. I had an absolutely amazing time. I hope you did as well too, watching the video. It's one of my favorite expos of all time, and you know, it's a hodgepodge of things. And of course, the carnival shows were just amazing as well too to see. So if you like this video, do me a huge favor, give it a big thumbs up for me. Second, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And third, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified of future journeys on the channel. The whole year has just started, so there's a lot of journeys headed your way, and you don't want to miss a single one of them. Of course, follow me on social media at Big Red Journeys on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. So from me to you, thank you, and then I'll see you on the next journey. Bye-bye now.